A mouse got stuck in the compost bin.
Can we pull him out the front way, or?
Stay still, Buster. Nobody wants to hurt you.
Jewel Hall knows what it means to be trapped behind bars. He spent 22 years in prison.
He is really trying to get through a small hole.
Hall hadn't planned for a rescue mission on his commute from work at the Innocence Project. A favorite part of his Woodside apartment is the living room window.
By the way, this tree is my best friend. It could tell you a lot about me. The prison I was in maybe had another cell block where this tree is, so it will block my view of anything else. But it's amazing how time turns around, and I'm now at this space where I have a beautiful view that I enjoy. Hoodie jacket. Oh, this looks terrible. Maybe I should close that.
Hall is one of thousands of volunteer community gardeners helping to grow a greener New York City. On the agenda today at New Roots Gardens on 69th Street,
Compost. People drop off their food scraps. It's not enough for me to chop, but I can do what's called turn the compost.
as a kid, Hall spent time in his grandmother's garden.
She used to have me peeling peas and shucking corn, and
He didn't get his hands back in the soil until after release.
I went to prison when I was 17 years old.
He threw himself into reading and studying.
There were so many times where I lost hope and I cried alone in my cell for something to change. But the thing about being resilient, and I think this is something that you'll see with many of the people from my generation who experienced what's called mass incarceration, is that you go to a depth of despair, but you rise back up.
After release, he found work right away. He calls himself the exception.
What's one thing that you would change about the system, if you could?
The lack of humanity.
He watches others struggle to reintegrate, forced to contend with their past again and again.
He's the king of dates.
Thank you.
Hall is grateful for the community he finds at the garden, including a mouse.
One more.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Back to the first job.
In Woodside, Elle McLogan, CBS 2 News.